Okay, after you have watched the FYP template guidelines video, this is the video in continuation with the FYP guidelines template video. There are some of the frequently asked questions that came from the questions, and so I'm going to answer about them. So one of the question that came was that when the student recompiled his file, he find out that in literature review his references were starting from reference 26, and the reason was that what the student did is that within the figures, in the caption of the figure, he mentioned or cited a reference. Now if you cite a reference in in the figures, then what's going to happen is that the list of figures come in the beginning of this report, even before chapter 1. And so automatically all those references which are coming in the list of figures are going to be numbered from 1 till whatever be the number of references are there. And then within your introduction and and your literature review, the referencing is going to continue after the list of figures. So your actual numbering of referencing is going to get wrong. So in order to correct that, kindly make sure that within the caption of your figures, the referencing should not be there within the caption of your figure. On the other hand, if you want to refer a specific figure, what you can do is that in the text where you are actually in the text where we are actually uh, uh, just a minute, where we are actually citing the figure, we can mention that okay, this figure is taken from whatever the reference. You can cite the reference there. So for example, here in chapter 1, if I want to say that okay, I took this figure from a specific reference, I want to cite that reference here, instead of putting them the citation in the caption, I should put it in the text wherever I am discussing this figure. So as shown in figure 1.1, and then I can cite the reference which I wanted to cite. So but not put it in the name of the caption, because if I put it in the name of the caption, it's going to come in the list of figures and it's going to be numbered initially for all the figures, and that's going to mess up your actual numbering for the referencing. Okay, so that was one problem. Okay, so the bottom line is that in the caption of the figure you should not make a reference. Rather, if you want to put a reference, put it in the text wherever you are citing your figure. You can also cite the reference from where this figure has been taken. Okay, so that's the bottom line. You must not put reference inside the caption of the figure. This is one thing. Okay, the second point is that what happens is that sometimes, for example, if we go into references.bib file. Okay, so let's say this is the reference. Okay, uh, if I go here in the referencing, okay, uh, so let's have a look here. Okay, originally in this reference article, Jadhav 2017 Smart, author RJMKP and CP Jadhav. Okay, so in this reference there was a URL, and sometimes in the URL you have an underscore sign. Now, underscore has a whole new meaning in latex. So, latex do not understand that this underscore is actually coming within the text of the URL. Rather, it understands that this underscore has a separate meaning. Okay, so uh, actually, the URL is like this. Okay, there is no underscore at this position. Okay, however, if I then recompile it, you're going to see what will happen. Because of this underscore, you see here the referencing, the order of the referencing, and uh, and and the specific uh, style of the referencing get messed up, because after 26, 27, 28, then 29 is not in line with 28. The reason why is this happening is because of this underscore in the URL of this reference. Okay, because the latex is not understanding that this underscore is actually within the text of the URL. Rather, it is understanding that this underscore is trying to make rest of the text after this as a subscript, and so this problem occurs. So what you have to do, how to fix it, the way to fix it is that whenever you write uh, uh, specific bibtext document for any of your referencing, if there is a URL within the reference, keep a close check that whenever there is an underscore before an underscore, you have to write a backslash. Now backslash is not going to come here, so you can see here in reference 28. Okay, so uh, 10n4, then 2 is coming as a subscript, and then 5. Okay, so it's actually 25, but because of that underscore, it is considering 2 as a subscript. Okay, so what you have to do is that just put a backslash before that underscore, and then when you recompile, you can see now it is considering this underscore is going to appear within the within the write up of this reference, and the alignment gets okay. Okay, so in order to fix this problem, whenever, no, bottom line is that whenever you have a URL in your reference, so within the references.bib file, when you place all the information of that reference, make sure if there's a URL, and inside the URL, if you see an underscore, before the underscore, place a backslash, so that the alignment of your bibliography, your references, remains okay. It does not get disturbed. So this is the second point. Then the third thing is that whenever, suppose if you have if you have a website that you have to refer to, or if you have any other book that you have to refer to, okay, always don't try to make the bibtext file for it yourself. Don't try to make the information of reference within the bibtext yourself. Rather, you can go to let's say you can go to citation machine. Okay, now in the citation machine, you can create your own citations. Okay. And let's say that you have a website that you want to choose to cite. Okay, click on the website. Okay, then when you have clicked on the website, select any website that you want to cite. Okay, so uh, let's say daras.pk. Okay. And let's say you're talking about any specific product in within this daras. Okay, let's say these airports. Okay, copy this, go paste, search. First it's going to search your source. Okay, it found your source. Then you say, okay, now you want to cite it. So continue. Complete citation. Okay, so what you want is that you want bib text generic citation style. So you have this BibTeX generic citation style. Okay, just copy this citation. Okay, and then paste this citation in your reference file. Okay, so let's say I'm pasting it here. Make sure in the name it should be a continuous name. If it is not coming continuously, so airport underscore air underscore pro underscore third generation. Okay, so I can remove the rest of the name here that is coming like this. Then URL and rest of the things like that. Complete it here. Okay, and suppose now you want to cite it. Airports. Say you go to chapter 7, let's say. Chapter 7. This chapter should, let's say, cite airports third generation. Okay, recompile. So go to chapter 7. This chapter should, and number 6 is this citation. I go to number 6. So you can see that online available citation is coming up, whatever it is. Okay, so uh, try to use the citation in this format if it is for a website. Okay, and if it is for a book, don't try to generate citation yourself. Try to use the citation machine or any other website which can actually uh, generate the citation for bibtex file. Okay, then use that so that there are no errors. Okay, and this was basically the third point. And the fourth point is that remember, in your bibtex file, suppose if you are having any error. Okay, suppose you have a lot of references in here. Suppose if you're having any error at any one of the reference, you're going to find out that after that, the in the recompiling stage, all other references are being ignored. Okay, so if you want to actually figure out that till what reference your references has been considered, so you can actually see the numbering and then go back to the reference.pip file to see actually till what reference it the referencing was actually being shown. And once you have a wrong reference entered, you'll have a question mark there, and then for all other references after that, you will still have the question mark. Okay, so you have to fix that reference first, and then all other references are going to show up uh, in your report. So these are some of the points which were coming up as uh, the frequently asked questions regarding this FYP template guidelines. I have discussed 4 points today. One point is that within the figures, don't put the references within the captions of the figure. Second point is that whenever you have a URL within the references, if there is an underscore in the URL, put a backslash before it. Okay, the third thing is that whenever you have to refer a website or a book, don't try to generate the BibTeX references for it yourself. Just uh, rather use a citation generator from any of the website, okay, to generate the BibTeX uh, reference for it for you, so that you can actually use that in your references.bib file. And the fourth thing is that make sure that your references file is okay, because if you have a single mistake at any point within the references file, all other references after that are going to be ignored, not going to be recompiled in your final report, and you'll have a question mark there wherever you have those references being uh, cited. So you have to fix the wrong reference first, and then all other references are going to show up. So these are the 4 things that we needed to discuss today in the FAQ for this FYP template guidelines. Thank you.